So it's still working. Because it's 3D, 3D usually takes a little bit longer. So just gotta be patient with it. Takes a lot of work. And there we go. There's our lots of lemons. And again, you can change the perspective of it by going back here. You can adjust it to the angle that you want. Next, we're gonna make a couple lemons so that's easier to make artwork with them. So we're gonna actually use the pen tool. I'm gonna show you guys different shapes that you can use using the pen tool to get the type of 3D shape that we want. So if you open up, let's see, lemon paths, you'll notice that this is the type of shapes that you can get from these paths if you draw using the pen tool. So with the pen tool, go ahead and try some of these, okay? And then draw that shape, and then if you go to Effect 3D, and then you can preview that, okay? Effect 3D. We're gonna choose Revolve, and if you choose Revolve, you'll notice that you can get a lot of creative shapes, and then change the angles and perspectives, and you can choose the angle. So there's a lot of creative things that you can do with that. So you can go ahead and experiment with some of these. I'm going to go ahead and start making my lemon. So I'm going to go ahead and click here. I'm going to go ahead and start making my lemon. Now for my lemon, I'm going to create kind of like an oval shape with my pen tool. Okay, or you could use maybe your pencil tool, and you could make kind of like this kind of shape, like an arc. Now with that, go to Effect 3D, Revolve, and you can hit Preview so that you'll get the shape that you want. Instead of left edge, we're gonna go right edge. Our right edge will give it more of the circleness. If you go left edge, you'll get more of the shapes that you see on the left. And then you'll see that's more of the color of our lemon. What we're gonna do is change the color. So go ahead and hit Diffuse Shading. Actually, let's keep plastic shading, and let's go under hit more options, and then notice here you can control where that light source is. You know, and if you have fruit that's shiny with wax, whatever, the light that shines on it will produce a glare, and you can choose where that light source is with that glare. But I'm gonna actually choose, let's see, keep plastic shading. For ambient light, I'm going to change that to 40%. And for my shading color, I'm going to choose custom, and I'm going to choose the color that I want to choose. For my lemon, I'm going to choose more of this off yellow. So that's my color. Now I'm gonna go ahead and hit OK, and I'm gonna cut this, Command X, and then paste this into this document over here. Now what you'll want to do is, we have a texture that was in the file that you downloaded, so you're going to hit File, Import, and it's actually a Photoshop file that you can import into Illustrator. Just go to File, Place, and that one is called AI Lemon Skid PSD. PSD is a Photoshop file. So let's say we made this in Photoshop as like a texture. And then we can go into Symbols and Control click on Symbols, and we're going to call this Lemon Texture. And this is a graphic, and hit OK. Okay, so now it's in our symbols, so we don't need it anymore. We can hit delete. We can go to our lemon. Okay, for our lemon texture, we're going to go ahead and on the right side Appearance tab, click on 3D Revolve and Map Art. And then you're going to go and find the layer that you see. For me, I think it's the 5th one. For you, it might be different. You just have to experiment and find it. So I'm going to click on Lemon Texture, the one that I made. I'm going to hit OK. And then you'll notice that it now looks more like a lemon. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of arrange my assortment. So I'm going to drag these up into my package, and you'll notice on the top right you'll see this little green thing. That's for your that part. So I'm going to group that together, and then I'm going to hit Option to duplicate, and then I'm going to rotate it so it looks a little bit more realistic. And the last thing we're going to do, so we have a cylinder. We made it with a circle or the Eclipse tool. We made 3D art with a pen or pencil tool. Now we're going to make 3D art. If you have this file right here, go ahead and it's called Lemons 2. We're going to make a rectangle, a rounded rectangle. I'll let you decide how big it's going to be. But basically you're going to take your Lotso lime, you're going to make a new symbol from it, call this lime, put it as a graphic, hit OK, delete it, go to our rounded rectangle. We're going to do Effect, 3D, Extrude and Revolve. We're going to go to Map Art, and we're going to choose that line that we just made and hit OK. And you can choose the shading colors. It's totally up to you. And there we go. So I'm going to cut that, Command X, and I'm going to paste that into our Lotso lemon. And then you can decide where to put it and arrange these. It could be big, it could be small. I'm going to put it there. And I'm going to put it behind it maybe. Then maybe I'll move these over. And then there we go. So we have our arrangement for our citrus bath and soap. So that's 3D shapes, and I hope that you'll remember these and apply these when you're creating graphics.